Hi, this is my interview podcast. In this podcast, I'm going to share with you 4 questions that I would ask if I was interviewing a potential candidate. Why I would ask those questions, what I'm trying to evaluate or assess from that potential hire, and then I'm going to share after each question my response of what I would say if I was being the person interviewed, and then share my experience, what I gained from this at the end. The first question I would ask is what motivates you? In this question, I'm trying to see what drives and motivates a potential candidate, whether they are intrinsically motivated or extrinsically motivated, and if they're in it for the right reasons. I also think this provides a gauge to help determine how humble they might be, as well as what their willingness is to serve others within that organization. For me personally, I would say that I am intrinsically motivated. I have a drive within myself to push myself or challenge myself to be the best that I can be. And I want to be the greatest contributing factor that I can be to the organization. At the same time, though, I still want to know that I'm going to be acknowledged and rewarded, or that I'm going to be valued and appreciated within the organization. So I want to know that what I do is going to be recognized and valued within that organization. To know that I'm a contributing factor, not just in my own mind, but in the mind of others, my direct supervisor, or my leader. Also, it's nice to be acknowledged and recognized for those contributions, whether it be personal recognition, whether it be rewarded with incentives or compensation. But it's nice to know that I'm cared for and that my value is seen within that organization. To know that what I'm doing, it really is making a difference, and that I'm important and an important factor. The second question is, what do you do to be as successful as you can be in your current job? With this question, I'm trying to see what the candidate's work ethic is like, what sort of things they do to keep growing as an individual, as a leader, how creative they might be, and how well they can lead others. For me personally, I would say that I prepare myself as best as I can to be prepared for different situations or circumstances, but to also know that I can only control what I can control. A lot of times there's things out of my control, but I need to be prepared and have backup plans or contingency plans by knowing different schedules, what is available to me, either space-wise or resource-wise, so that I can adapt and adjust accordingly, and still have a good and efficient plan in place to get done what needs to be done. I try to lead by example through my work ethic, through the time that I put in, and I also try to surround myself with people who will challenge me, who will make me better, not people who would just say yes and do what I ask, but people who will offer different viewpoints, different perspectives to help me become more innovative and creative. So I ask them for their viewpoint and their perspective and feedback on those things to help me grow as a leader. Third question, what are some ways you keep yourself learning and growing? Learning is a continual process. I think that we have to keep learning, and a lot of that is humility, to know and understand that we don't have it all figured out. In this question, I'm trying to figure out what the candidate's willingness is to learn and to grow, or how open are they to change and to doing new or different things. So for me, again, I'm taking this class because I want to challenge myself, to learn new things, to enhance my leadership skills. As a teacher, I do continuing education. As a coach, I go to coaches clinics trying to learn new drills, new ideas that I can implement with my team to make them better and to make me a better coach. Um, and I also take on new roles and responsibilities. It challenges me by learning new things and diversifying my skill set. Fourth, final question I would ask is, how would others describe your relationship or impact in the workplace? Through this question, I'm trying to gauge um, what others think of them, how they're perceived by other people, not just their own opinion or perspective. I think here you can kind of gauge how honest they might be, how humble they might be, and what they feel they contribute to the organization. So my answer here, I would say, I think others would say that I have a strong willingness to help contribute to the organization, that I serve others by putting their needs and interests above my own, that I contribute oftentimes unprompted by doing whatever it takes to help or to get things done that just need to be done. I'm also well connected because I uh, take it upon myself to get to know people personally, um, and have a sense of humor that kind of allows people to open up, to build those open relationships. I also think that they would say that I encourage them. I provide honest and positive feedback that encourages them to keep moving forward, to push themselves. But I'm also there to provide support and to listen to them when they need to. Bounce ideas back and forth, or when they just need somebody to talk to or need reassurance. So through this experience, I think it helped me reflect and definitely get a stronger sense of my own personal values and what I expect of myself. So now that I know kind of what my personal expectation is, I have a better idea of what I can expect from others. And when knowing what I expect from myself, now I can improve on my credibility of actually doing what I say I'm going to do. And again, that builds, I think, more trust and respect among those that I work with. So, yeah, that's my interview podcast, and thanks for listening.